The day he locked himself inside his office, no one understood why. Employees whispered in hallways. Assistants knocked on the door repeatedly, but he didn't respond. For nearly 12 hours, one of the most powerful businessmen in the country sat alone in silence. From the outside, his life looked perfect. Massive company, global influence, recognition everywhere. But internally, he had been carrying a growing sense of exhaustion for years. Not physical exhaustion, something deeper. The kind that comes from constantly making decisions that affect thousands of lives. Every day, he approved layoffs, negotiated aggressive deals, and managed conflicts between competing interests. Each decision made logical sense, but emotionally they accumulated weight. Over time, he stopped seeing people, he saw only numbers, outcomes, and risks. The breaking point came when he received a letter from a longtime employee who had been laid off during a restructuring. The letter wasn't angry. It wasn't accusatory. It simply described how losing the job had affected the employee's family, the stress, the uncertainty, the fear. Reading it forced him to confront a reality he had been avoiding. Behind every strategic decision were human consequences. That realization hit him harder than any financial loss ever had. For the first time, he questioned whether he had lost connection with the human side of leadership. He wondered if success had slowly transformed him into someone who made rational decisions without emotional awareness. So he locked himself inside his office, not to escape work, but to think, to reflect without interruptions, to remember why he started building his company in the first place. During those hours, he reviewed old notes, early business plans, and messages from employees who once felt inspired by the company's mission. He realized something uncomfortable. Somewhere along the way, growth had replaced purpose. Efficiency had replaced empathy. When he finally left the office that evening, he wasn't the same leader. Over the following months, he implemented changes that surprised everyone. He introduced transparent communication systems. He created employee support programs during layoffs. He personally attended small internal meetings to reconnect with teams. These changes didn't eliminate difficult decisions. Running a large organization always involves tough choices. But they changed how those decisions were made and communicated. Leadership became less distant, more human. Years later, he described that day as one of the most important moments of his life. Not because it saved his company, but because it saved his sense of identity. He realized success without self-reflection can slowly disconnect a person from their own values. His story reminds us of something deeply relatable. In the pursuit of achievement, many people gradually lose touch with why they started. They become efficient, productive, successful, yet emotionally detached. Sometimes the most important progress doesn't come from working harder. It comes from stopping, reflecting, and reconnecting with what truly matters. And for him, that process began the day he chose to lock the world out, so he could finally listen to himself.